Go ahead.
So, Mussolini, how does it feel to be the founder of fascism?
Well, I am so honored that my followers are such believers in my cause.
Well, some would say that your followers were not particularly believers in your cause, but more feared the consequences of not following your orders.
Then they are not true followers. In any form of government, you are going to have two sides, those who oppose and those who follow. Italy was in need of a revival and a strong leader with the capabilities to revive it. I am that leader. I made the decision to put the fascist regime in place, and it has done exactly what it is aimed to do. Rilanciare Italia!
I'm sorry? What was that last part?
Rilanciare Italia! In your language, it means to revive Italy, and is something I ruled by.
Go ahead.
Tell me, Mussolini, how have you used fascism to revive Italy?
Well, I wanted to focus on schooling. I appointed Giovanni Gentile as my Minister of Education because he is the only one I trusted to reorganize Italy's school system, which he did. I also appreciate the many books he wrote on supporting fascism, but he couldn't have done it without me. I also banned all fascist opposing newspapers and closed down all other political group meetings. The last thing I needed was, after all the progress I had made, another political group rebelling. I had to let my people know that the communists were our only enemies.
Yeah. Your speeches always seem to influence your followers the most. Why do you think that is?
I always tried to give off a leadership aura and a charismatic attitude as I was delivering my speeches. I wanted to catch the listener's attention and never lose it. I would move around and puff my chest and just listen for the chants of the people saying, Dulce is always right, and like, believe, obey, fight.
Your control over Italy and the way you governed seemed to influence other leaders. Can you tell me a little about that?
Ah, yes. Well, of course, there is the renowned Adolf Hitler. He has me to thank for most of his authority, though. After all, fascism is like my child. He deals with rebellion in about the same way I do. I have my black shirts, and he has the Gestapo and the SS. Also, Hitler deals with those who oppose him justly, and he values children, because one day those little lives are going to be our future fascist leaders. Will they not? I must also recognize Francisco Franco for incorporating some of my fascist ideals in his Spanish state.
Well, Mussolini, it has been an honor to get to talk to you today. I hope you also have had a great time with us.
And that concludes our nice little chat with Benito Mussolini, the father of fascism. Stay tuned to hear from the one and only Adolf Hitler. Next on FBN, we will be meeting with the world-famous fascist leader, Adolf Hitler. Welcome back to the Fascist Broadcasting Network. I am here with the well-known Adolf Hitler.
Hello. Thank you. Very nice to be here. I appreciate you having me on your show.
So we just got done talking to one of your allies from World War II, Benito Mussolini, and he had a lot to say about fascism. He also said that he thought of himself as the father of fascism for Italy. And my question to you is, do you agree with him? And would you say that you are the father of fascism for Germany?
Yes, Mussolini. He inspired me to be the fascist leader I was. I would agree with his statements that he is the father of fascism, though we had our conflicts. He showed me the ways to a good fascist government.
What were some of the ways that Mussolini helped you?
Well, he opened my eyes to the teachers of my country. In order to have a good fascist government, the teachers of the young ones must agree with fascism and teach it as the only way to have a government.
So what are your next actions after sorting the teachers?
Great question. Well, I began building my military like any good fascist leader should do. I was aware that some may not agree with what I was doing, so I created this Gestapo, and the Gestapo took care of most of my problems for me.
And that's all we have time for. Thank you for coming. Catch us next week when we talk to Joseph Stalin and his views on fascism.